This is Esther Kane.
And Robin Schultz.
We're from seniorsafetyadvice.com, and we're standing here with Pool Noodles because we're going to show you today how to use these inexpensive items to create a bed bolster for your senior loved one or anyone who's having trouble falling out of bed. Now, the noodles that we have here are about 3.5 inches diameter, but just so you know, there are larger ones in case you have someone who's much larger and you need that.
Right.
But
you can get it on Amazon. We'll put the link in the comments below.
Right, but just so you know, with the larger one, it's going to be a little harder to get that person out of bed. But it's certainly worth it from keeping them from falling and injuring themselves.
It's true. And you would be best to have something, a bed rail, something like that that's going to be more stable. But
Right.
in a pinch, or if
You
just
simply
can't afford
it.
a bed rail, these cost about $3.25 a piece. We're going to use some duct tape and some scissors, so for less than $10 you can keep your senior loved one safe.
Right, exactly. So we're going to show you how to put that together and just keep on watching. All right, so we already did one.
We stripped the bed first,
Right.
and we laid this out. You want to make sure that they're enough distance apart for the person to lay in, but you don't want them to be too far apart. The person doesn't need to be rolling all over the place in the bed. So kind of try and figure out how much room they need and position it that way.
Yeah, the beauty is that if it's not the right size, you can always cut the tape and start over again.
This is true. This is true.
All right, so now we're going to show you how we did that initial taping. So basically, you're just, while Robin does that, you're basically just wrapping the two noodles together, but with a distance enough. And you're putting the tape up against each other so that, it's sticking to each other and it's not going to stick to the mattress or anything. You're putting this on the bed underneath the fitted sheet. So right now we just have the mattress cover and no fitted sheet. Right. Okay.
So you would want ideally 3 to 5 of these depending on the length of the noodle, but for the video we're just going to show you the 2.
Yeah,
so to put
3
it
to
together,
5 duct tape wrapping, duct tape pieces. So I'm going to take one, and it is better with 2 people, although you could do it by yourself, but yes, it is better with 2 people. All right, so I'm just wrapping it around the noodle, and then I would wrap it around a little bit like that. Okay, and then
so you're going to come along to the other side. You want to leave a little bit of slack in it so it's not super tight. And then you're going to wrap it underneath this noodle and bring it around.
And stick it to each other.
Right. You're pinching the duct tape together, which has already pinched itself together. Anyway. Okay, so you're pinching it together. This is why it takes 2 people.
Yeah, it would be easier.
Like that. And then just wrapping it around a little bit again on that end for stability.
And that's it.
So, and again, like I say, you're going to want to have at least another 1 in here to keep them from moving around too much.
Right.
5 instead of 3 is probably the best, but at least do the 3.
Right. So, go ahead.
I was going to say, now that you have it set like this, you're going to want to put your fitted sheet over the noodles, like you're making the bed. So now you can see how the bolsters are here under the bed. Of course, you would make the bed the rest of the way with the blanket and sheets and whatnot. But now, you have the person can get into the bed. The noodles are soft enough that they can roll over them. But then once they're laying in the bed, they're too big for them to roll over and fall out of the bed.
It does prevent it a little bit. It just depends on how active they're going to be and if they are. But obviously, like you said, you have to assess each person's ability. A railing may end up being the best thing for you. But for someone who just tends to roll over, or they try to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, but they really shouldn't, this is a good preventive measure. This and an alarm would be good for someone like that. But you can find those kinds of things on our website. We do have an article about how to help someone, prevent them from falling out of bed, and there's a whole bunch of ideas on there. This is just one of them, but it's a great inexpensive thing.
Right.
So, cool.
So
Thanks.
visit us at seniorsafetyadvice.com. The link is on our YouTube channel, and we'll also put it in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and then click the subscribe button so you can find or see more videos as they come out. Thanks!
Thanks so much.